What's going on, guys? It's Asad from Taco Takes. Today I'm going to be going over my list for the top 10 QBs of all time. Now remember, this is my opinion only, so if your opinion is different, you can leave your top 10 in the comment section below. Before we start, some honorable mentions are Roger Staubach, Bart Starr, and Steve Young. So at number 10, I have Aaron Rodgers. I was questioning if I should put him on here, but the reason I went with him is because he is one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time. He has one Super Bowl MVP. He's a two-time MVP, 8 times Pro Bowler. He's a two-time first-team All-Pro. He has the highest passer rating of all time. He was on the 2010s All-Decade team. He's currently 13th in all-time passing yards and 8th in all-time passing touchdowns, which is really impressive considering the fact that he sat out his first 3 years because of Brett Favre. And also, he's not even at the end of his career yet. So at number 9, I have Brett Favre. He has one Super Bowl, 3 MVPs. He's an 11 times Pro Bowler, 3 times first-team All-Pro. He was the all-time leader in passing yards and touchdowns at the time of retirement. He's currently 4th for both. He's a first-ballot Hall of Famer, but the reason I have him so low is because he was very, very careless with the ball. He has the most interceptions of all time. So at number 8, I have Dan Marino. He has 9 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros, 1 MVP, 1 Offensive Player of the Year, 1 Comeback Player of the Year. When he retired, he held more than 40 single-season and career passing records, including all-time passing yards and touchdowns. He's currently 5th in both of those. He is considered by some as the best player of all time to never win a ring, but that is why I have him so low, because even with all that talent, he could never win one ring. So at number 7, I have John Elway. This one was hard for me to decide between John Elway and Dan Marino, but I ultimately went with John Elway. He has 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP, 9 Pro Bowls, 1 MVP. He's second quarterback in NFL history to pass for 40,000 yards and rush for 3,000 yards during his career. He's 9th in all-time passing yards. He was second when he retired. He is 3-time second-team All-Pro, and he was one of 4 QBs to reach 300 passing touchdowns. You can honestly make a case for both John Elway or Dan Marino being better than each other, but I went John Elway because he made 5 Super Bowls and won 2 of them, although he was behind a great rushing attack, led by Terrell Davis when he won those Super Bowls. At number 6, I have Otto Graham. In his 10-year career, he made 10 straight championship games. He won 7 of them, which include 4 AAFC titles and 3 NFL titles. He's a 3 times MVP, a 5 times Pro Bowler. He was on the 1950s All-Decade team, the NFL 75th Anniversary team. He's a first-team All-American, and he has 9 yards per attempt, which is still the best in NFL history. It's hard to say he's not top 5 with that career, but I believe that the next 5 quarterbacks are all better than him. At number 5, I have Drew Brees. He has 1 Super Bowl, 1 Super Bowl MVP, 13 Pro Bowls. He's first in all-time passing yards and touchdowns. He has 2 Offensive Player of the Years, 1 Comeback Player of the Year. The reason he's not higher is because he only has 1 Super Bowl and he has no MVPs. At number 4, I have Johnny Unitas. He has 3 championships, 1 Super Bowl, but he got injured in the second quarter of it. He has 3 NFL Player of the Years, 10 Pro Bowls, 5 first-team All-Pros. He was the all-time leader in passing yards and touchdowns at the time of retirement. He's currently 21st for passing and 15th for touchdowns, which is very impressive considering the fact that when he played, it was more common to run the ball. I have him above Drew Brees because he has more championships and he has 3 NFL Player of the Year awards, which are equivalent to 3 MVPs. At number 3, I have Joe Montana. He has 4 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 8 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros. He was on the 1980s All-Decade team. He has 2 MVPs and 2 Offensive Player of the Years. He was always clutch in the playoffs, and for a long time he was considered the best quarterback of all time by many. So at number 2, I have Peyton Manning. It was hard between choosing from Peyton Manning and Joe Montana, but I ended up going with Peyton Manning. He has 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP. He's 3rd in all-time passing leaders and touchdown leader. He has 5 MVPs, 2 Offensive Player of the Years, 14 times Pro Bowler. He has a single-season passing yards and touchdown record. He has 7 first-team All-Pros. He was on the 2000s All-Decade team. The only flaw with Manning is that he was never the clutchest in the playoffs. You could blame him for both of his Super Bowl losses, and even in Super Bowl wins, he was never the main reason they won, although he does have 1 Super Bowl MVP. I still put him above Montana only because of the fact that he still has 2 Super Bowls, and he has 5 MVPs, which may be a record that no one ever touches again. At number 1, I have Tom Brady. He has 6 Super Bowls, 4 Super Bowl MVPs. He's 2nd on the all-time passing leaders, 2nd all-time touchdown leaders, 1st in the postseason. 3 MVPs, 2 Offensive Player of the Years, 3 first-team All-Pros. He's the only quarterback ever to be on 2 All-Decade teams. He's a 14 times Pro Bowler, and he has the most wins in NFL history by starting QB. So that's it for my list for top 10 QBs of all time. It's hard to make this list because you gotta include players like Johnny Unitas and Otto Graham, who played in the 1950s, and then the league has just evolved so much since then because it was like a run first league back then. Now it's like a pass first. But anyway, I tried my best. So if you guys enjoyed the video, like it. If you didn't, then dislike it. If you want to leave your top 10, then leave so in the comment section below. But anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.